Everyone, it's Monica May in Orlando. One Take Live, welcome. If you follow me on Instagram at Ask Monica May, then you heard me talk last night about a youth sports broadcasting program that was beginning here in Orlando at Frontline Outreach. Well, we've got the coordinator of that project, and I know she looks a little bit young, but she is really knowledgeable in all that she does. Now, I already told them, Jennifer Henry, that I don't know nothing about sports, but I know some things about broadcasting, and I wanted to bring you in the frame to just say welcome and hello and tell me a little bit more about Frontline Sports Center. How you doing, girl?
Good, Monica. So good to see you. Good to be on your show. Hello, everyone. As she said, my name is Jennifer, and I work here at Frontline Outreach. And right now, we are actually sitting right here in the Career Center, speaking to you guys live. So thank you. About Frontline Outreach, Frontline Outreach been here about 52 years in Central Orlando, servicing the community, families and youth in the area. And it's been over different hands over time. And the past 5 or 6 years, it's been taken under the wing of Archbishop Wiggins here in Central Orlando. And he's team together and revive and revitalize Frontline Outreach, really reaching the youth in our community and bringing them closer to academics and athletics. So really bringing that together to open up the kids to different exploration activities and programs. And so I was brought on board under the supervision of Dwight Mitchell, and we've been able to create the Frontline Sports Center. So really bringing kids from all ages into the realm of non-traditional urban sports. We have Early Head Start, which is the 6-week-olds all the way to 3-year-olds. And we have Head Start with the Orange County Public School System. That's 3-year-olds to 5-year-olds. And then back where I oversee is the elementary all the way to high school students.
So that means that you have to provide them with programming that'll keep them interested and coming back for more, huh?
Yes,
So what are
ma'am.
some of the things
Exactly.
that you do?
So
What are
for
some?
me, I'm working. I do a lot of different things, or a lot of different hats here. It's really exciting. It's really different. Being a nonprofit organization, you learn how to really flow. You know, you're always flowing. Things aren't always straight. You are always dealing with different types of parents, different types of kids, and different issues at home and at school. So we have to be flexible with everyone's situation, but also understand that we are coming into this space with the mindset ready to be new, ready to grow, and ready to progress. So that brings about many different programs to touch many different kids, no matter what their level of athleticism is or learning structure.
And I love that you have kept athletics in there. You have the Orlando Magic playing in there from time to time. I will come over there just to drop by, and you can see the players there in that back gym. There's been a whole lot of remodeling going on there. There's a studio upstairs. There's so much happening at Frontline Outreach. Yep. And it's been in our community, as you said, for 52 years and under different hands as executive directors. And with what Dwight Mitchell is doing these days, it is growing, I mean, phenomenally. There is a side that you will come in, the side door. Now, not in the educational facilities are, but if you come around the side, there is the Frontline Sports Center there. And what they're building back there is really phenomenal. One day I got a phone call and Dwight said, listen, if you have some time for me, just stop by Frontline this afternoon. And I did. And we talked about it. And he said, listen, this is a dream that I have. And he said, Jen completed all of her studies there, and she's a big sports phenom. And then, you know, Dwight was in broadcasting for several years too, part of NABOB, and said that this is what has been like a dream come true for him. And he wanted me to just come in and help with the interview skills. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do that. And so between the three of us, it's developed into a curriculum already. And COSIDA has been a part of it too. Let's talk about the COSIDA connection. That's what I call it with Ryan.
Definitely. So Right. Well, let me kind of take a backtrack. Like you said, there's a lot of different sports that are going on with Jones and Evans High School claiming Frontline as their home swim pool. So they're having their practices here. They're having their school meets here and tournaments. And we have tennis going on with the United States Tennis Association. We've been able to build a tennis team. And these are sports that are able to go and continue even through COVID because of the social distancing and because of the safety and the protocols that we've been able to put in place. We've been able to increase that sports activity and participation. So what happens if you don't know how to play a sport, or you just started and you're in 12th or 11th grade and you're not sure what direction to go? That's where the different programs come in on the academic side. And this is one of the programs, is the Frontline Sports Youth Network. So you don't have to play a sport to join our group and to join this program, but we do open it up to kids who are like enthusiasts with sports, but not really athletics or athletes themselves. But this is open to all kinds of kids because this program is specifically programmed to open up kids to learn soft skills and communication. And so with Dwight overseeing everything, we've been able to bring all the fundamentals of sportscasting and broadcasting here to this community and teach them how to announce and do commentary and write scripts and press releases for different sports.
What I think is so outstanding, and this is what I said on Instagram last night, is that even if you choose not to go into broadcasting, learning how to communicate is one of the best skills that you can ever have, because I always say, if you can talk your way in and out of everything. And I think that what you all are trying to do in terms of luring them in with sports is a phenomenal thing. And then think about those who do want a career in broadcasting, having that kind of a background once they get to FAMU or Bethune-Cookman or wherever they may choose to go, they're already ahead of the game. And then that way, when they come out, they'll already have a job. One of the few skills that I learned in radio and communication is that those who go after it can get it. And that was just a mantra for life too, because while everyone was sleeping and the snow was really high, I was trudging my way through the snow, trying to find a Greyhound bus or wherever. I was in one part of New York, and all of the TV and radio stations I needed to get to were, an hour or two away in Buffalo and in Rochester. And I would make it there and I would do my internships. So this is an internship before they even get into school. So they'll learn the protocol that's necessary. So another part of what I have to do with this is bring in outstanding broadcasters so that they can share some of their skills. And I'm excited about that. My list is growing, and I've always got space for you and you and you. If you're interested in joining us, you can hit me up at Ask Monica May. So that'll be fine too. Jennifer, tell me a little bit more about yourself.
So me personally, I've been with Frontline 3 years now. And the past year, I completed my studies at First Institute, and I was studying video production and digital film. And learning that world opened up my mind. And I think I signed up at 25, 26 years old, and it opened up my mind to so many different careers. I know I wanted to do something with talking and being in front of people and sharing stories, but I wasn't sure how to get around that. And so joining that was a quick accelerated program because it's a technical school for the arts and creative design. And once I graduated there, Dwight had a great idea about bringing that, what I learned, into the lives of the kids here. And so it really became full circle, working administration and having multiple conversations with the kids. We learned there's things that I learned that I can pass on to them. And so with COVID coming around, put a damper on things and kind of slow things down. And that's where COSIDA comes in. And they've been here every year providing really cool services over the summer for our summer camps and our youth groups over the summer. But because summer camp didn't really happen, Ryan Davis, one of the head there, he reached out to us and said, hey, we still want to reach out to you guys. We still want to work with you. And it was just like the perfect recipe coming together, because we're like, oh,
Mhm.
you are you work with the college. I can't remember what all the letters, administration and communication, and so they love the idea of the broadcast program. And so when we spoke more to them, we were able to brainstorm, and you came along with your awesome background in communication and was able to create this curriculum for the kids. And so that really excites me, because I didn't know what I was going to do studying. Like I said, I like talking to people. I like getting to know people, sharing their stories. And I really, really find it exciting to be here in this position with so many different people building this program where the kids can really grow from what we've learned. And I mean, I paid a lot of money for these programs and for these schools. And
So you want to share it.
what if exactly. So I want to share it. I'm going to get my dollars worth. Like, let's say every dollar I spent on these courses, each kid, and show them like, hey, this is something that you can go forward to. And when you're in this program, you know, you're not just wasting time or wasting money, because you've already learned it when you were a kid at Frontline Outreach. So now that you're older and you're picking your career and you're picking your curriculums in schools and colleges, like, you're already set. So
one of the things that we should point out is that the program is absolutely free for the youth. And if you don't mind, share with them, Jen, how they can reach you and sign up for the program that's about to start.
Yes, you can find me on the Frontline Outreach, Frontline Sports Center website. So it's frontlinesportscenter.org, and you'll be able to find us on the contact us, and then you'll fill out the card. It's a digital information card, and you fill out the card and you let us know that you're interested in the program. So it's a really cool program. You really have to want to be here and want to learn and want to grow with us. So we have an interview process, and everyone's welcome to enroll. Everyone's welcome to sign up and make sure that you're ready to be part of the team.
What are your ages that you're going after?
Our age group is 12 to 17 years old.
So they're like middle school all the way up to high school, late middle school all the way up to high school, which is really good, because you're setting a standard and you're building a foundation for these young people. Is it for boys and girls?
Yes, ma'am. It's for boys and girls, or everybody who's willing to learn and want to grow and learn the different aspects of broadcasting and sportscasting. And I want to really stress that a lot of people are very shy and don't want to be in front of the camera. This is a program that teaches you in front of the camera skills and behind the camera. You'll be learning the technical aspects of broadcasting. You'll know how to edit video, add graphics and overlays, piece things together, take things apart, set up lights, cameras, green screen, behind the scenes, streaming from actual games, actual sports centers, and actually streaming it into the system where we will be. So it's a bit of everything for everybody. And just because you're shy doesn't mean you don't have a voice to share. This is a space for you to learn how to be in front of the camera, learn how to be behind the camera, learn what's comfortable for you, and be comfortable being uncomfortable, learning things that you just never knew you didn't know.
Well, this is so true. And if I could just share one little thing, believe it or not, my family is still confused about me. Now, this is 40 years later. She's in radio and television, broadcasting, period. She didn't even talk growing up. Yeah, when you talk about being shy, that is me. But behind a microphone, I find a different voice. It's sort of like my Beyonce, Sasha Fierce kind of thing. So I'll tell you my counter name at another time. But it's very true. Shy or not, there's still a voice in you. There's still some acting in you. That's all television really is. You got to find that actor in you. And you have to really, really, really want to do it. It is long hours on the professional side, but we're going to teach you all about that from radio as well as television. Jennifer Henry is the coordinator for the Broadcast Sports Center facility, and she's sharing all of the nuggets that she's learned, and we're bringing in other professionals as well. They've asked me to just come along for the ride to help with the interview skills and just the presentation. And I told you the one question that we're really all going to master before we leave there, because it's the one thing that gets everybody on interviews. So tell me a little bit about yourself. That's the question that gets everybody. So Jennifer, we're going to back out right now. We're going to show your logo again, give some more information, and just tell Dwight we said thank you. Tell the bishop we love him too for all of the sacrifices they're making to turn that frontline outreach, it's a cavernous building that's been in our community for 52 years, and they're turning it into a sports facility center that can broadcast out of there and do so many other things. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us tonight on One Take Live.
Yes. It was my pleasure being here, Monica. It's always a pleasure to hear you speak and to have this interview. Everyone watching, thank you so much. You can find us here in Orlando, Florida, 3000 CR Smith Street, and definitely check us out online, frontlinesportscenter.org. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook, Frontline SC.
All right. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.